So we're going to show you how to quiet your RV air conditioner down on this video. I'm going to be using these. It's Silas, and it seems to be the cheapest for the thickness that I need. So this is 120 mil thickness. They come with 40, 80, and I think 120. I figured this is the thickest I can pretty much get, and still be a reasonable price. They do have other types too. I don't know if they work as well, but I have tested this out before. It works really good. So I'm going to install this on my air conditioner. Now I have the new turbo inverter air conditioner, and the reason why I'm using this on that is it's about 30% quieter than a typical air conditioner in an RV, which is pretty good. That's not bad, but I'm going to see if I can quiet it down, a little more. And I think I can because it seems like the air plenums are all, plastic. So I think with this on there, it's going to quiet it down even more. So let's get started. And also what I'm going to show you here, this goes across all RV air conditioners. You can do this to all of them. It's just adding this type of structure to the insides. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Pop these out, and pretty much all our air conditioners have some type of a couple screws here and there to hold things together. And it's no different on this one. It's got a couple screws. Now, you can see I got my tunnel here. This is the air coming back into the system. Actually, no, I'm wrong. This is the air going back into the system. So that probably won't have a noise issue. It's going to be this spot right here. This spot is the tunnel of the air coming down. I'm just going to kind of shape that a little bit better. It does have a good curve there, but it drops it right. Yeah, it drops it right in here. And, they added a little bit of sound deadening, but it's just, I don't think it's the right kind and the right amount. Yeah, we're going to deaden that down a little more. So you can see right here, this is where the air intake comes in. And I basically want to make it so that air flows nicely. It needs to flow really nice around those curves and to get the air out here. Interesting enough, so the air drops here, and I'm getting a lot of airflow back here. It's because of this air thing. And you know what? I'm not saying you should do this, but I'm going to. At least on this one, we need a little more flow in the front. And I'm going to take a chance on this. I think I'm right. I think this needs to have a little more flow in the front area. Because like I said, it's dropping it straight down here. And I'm just not getting that much air in that direction. I'm even going to go a little more extreme on it. Flow out. Dropping it there. I'm going to go even a little more. I just really believe it needs a little more airflow that way. There we go. So that gave a lot more air push that direction. Okay, so there it is. And like I said, you can do these on your other air conditioners the same way. If you have the top area that has a lot of bouncing noise too, you can do it on there. But because this is such a low profile area, I want to just kind of do it like this for this area. So I'm going to stick that back up, and we're going to see if it's quieter. So this air conditioner was about 30% quieter than a typical air conditioner. And after adding the sound deadening material, it's probably about 10%, maybe 15% quieter. It's not a lot quieter, but the airflow is so much better. I can feel tons more airflow coming up the front. So clipping those little plastic things did a huge improvement on that. And like I said, it's a little bit quieter. I think because it's not having that tinny noise anymore, it's better for sleeping. So I think this is a pretty big win for it. And like I said, you can do this on any type of air conditioner. You just put the sound deadening panels on there and just kind of, make your own plenums out of it. So that's it for this episode, and you like what we're doing, please subscribe.